welcome to Fitness with Crystal. We're gonna go ahead and do a mat section that focuses on some core strength work. We're gonna do a little bridging, little outer thigh, and then finishing up with some flexibility. So make sure you have a nice, comfortable mat on which to lay yourself on. And then we're gonna go ahead and get down onto our mat. And as we set up here, we're gonna draw those shoulders down away from the ears. We wanna get that back nice and flat on that mat. So double check, use your hand, slide it underneath that low back. Just make sure you don't have any extra space between your back and the mat. And then we're going to straighten those arms down by our sides, palms are facing down. Take an inhale, and on that exhale, I want you to really focus your attention on those abdominal muscles. Use that exhalation to find that initial squeeze in the belly. We're gonna hold on to that squeeze as we continue to breathe. Doesn't have to be super deep breathing. I just want you to get air in and out of your body as you're holding that squeeze. We're gonna move on, adding on that pelvic tilt. Imprint that spine, draw the pelvic bones up towards the navel. I want you to squeeze a little tighter here. You should really feel that squeeze, especially the space between the belly button and those pelvic bones. That squeeze intensify as we start to hold. 10 seconds here, breathe through it. 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4 seconds. Good, and relax the belly. Let's repeat that a few more times. Let's start with that inhalation. On that exhale, find that isometric squeeze in the belly. I want you to squeeze as tightly as you can. You should feel that muscle fatiguing as you squeeze. Imprint that spine, draw the pelvic bones up towards the navel. And we're gonna hold that squeeze as we breathe. 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good work, everybody. Okay, we're gonna add on to that. If you wanna continue to practice the pelvic tilts, all good. You can stay there and practice. Otherwise, we're gonna pick it up into a tabletop position with those legs. One leg is gonna come up into tabletop. So that right leg is gonna shelf. We're gonna flex that ankle back, and we wanna stack that knee directly over that hip and create that shelf with the left leg. Oops, sorry, right leg. I'm on my right leg. Arms down, I apologize. And then we're gonna straighten that left leg out to straight, point those toes. So we're kind of doing something a little different with each leg, and we're just gonna hold here. The goal is to hold those legs as still as possible in that shape while you imprint that spine, while you draw that belly button into a nice tight squeeze. And we're gonna sweep this left leg up and down. Again, up and down. Good. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down. 1 more time. Up. And go ahead and release both legs down. Breathe here. And let's repeat it with the other side. So let's go ahead and take that left leg into that shelf. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Go ahead and flex that left ankle back. Make sure you've got that nice flat back. Inhale, exhale, find your abdominal muscles. Then straighten that right leg out to straight. Good. Keep that imprint. Keep that squeeze on the belly. And let's sweep that leg up and down. Up and down. And as we're sweeping that leg, this left leg is going to stay as still as possible. That back is going to stay imprinted down onto the mat. 4 more. Breathe. 3 more. Exhale as you lift that leg up. 2. 1 more time. 1. And release those legs down. Full body stretch here. Go ahead and straighten those legs. Flex those ankles back. Extend those arms overhead. Get as long as you can into that stretch. Go ahead and release those arms down. Go ahead and bend the knees. Okay, so we're going to move on into our bridge exercises. Take those hands again down by your side, palms facing down. I want your knees to be bent enough so when we come up into our bridge, we can keep those knees stacked over the heels. So the way that I double check I've got enough bend is I want my middle finger, the tip of my middle finger to sort of touch the back of the heels. We want to create space between the feet. We want to have that flat back. So check all those postural elements. Then we're gonna take an inhale. On the exhale, find your abdominal muscles, give it a nice tight squeeze. Good, and we're gonna squeeze the glutes at the same time. So squeeze the glutes and the belly. Press down with the heel part of the foot. We want those toes to be empty with weight. And we're gonna peel the spine up, starting with the tailbone, and then the rest of the spine follows up to the top of your bridge. Good, squeeze those glutes at the top. Roll down nice and slow. The tailbone is gonna be the last part of your body to touch as we come back down from our bridge. Let's repeat that. Inhale, exhale, start with your isometrics first. Glutes and belly, press down with the heel, peel the spine up, nice and slow. Pause at the top, belly and glutes are tight. We're breathing here. And lower back down, nice, slow, controlled movement. Rest at the bottom. We're gonna speed that up. 3 counts on the way up, 3 counts on the way down. Keep your body really stable. Start off with your isometrics, belly and glutes tight. Arms are down to support your body. And we're gonna press down with the heels, peel that spine up. 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top, slowly lower. Inhale, 2, 3, and rest. Let's repeat that. Exhale, lift. Peel that spine up, hold it at the top. Make sure that knee is stacked over that heel. Good. Exhale, lift. 2, 3, and pause it here. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it one last time. Exhale, roll it up. Hold it at the top. Inhale, roll it down. Very nice work. Bring those arms up into your cactus shape. And we're going to drop both knees over to the right just for a little stretch here. Inhale, bring it back up to center. Exhale, drop it over to the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. One more time, each direction. Exhaling as you move over to one side. Inhaling as you bring it back up to center. Last time to the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. Release those arms down. And we're gonna stretch the hips in the back. Take those hands onto the shins. Draw those legs to touch. Point the toes, hug the legs in. Maybe the forehead can come up to meet those knees. We're gonna stay here, breathe. And release that head down. Release the legs down. Full body stretch again. Straighten those legs, straighten those arms. Full deep breath in as you stretch. Exhale. Release those arms back down. Bring those legs over to a bend. Okay, so we're gonna work some outer thigh here. I'm gonna go ahead and stack myself over onto my right side, stacking those shoulders and the hips. I'm gonna bend this bottom arm just to kind of create a pillow. And I've got my heels in line with my hips. Top arm just rests down in front of my chest on the mat to create some stability. We're gonna do some clam here. The feet are touching in line with the hips. We're gonna lift that top knee away from the bottom knee. Keep the feet connected as you lift that top leg, and then we're gonna release it down, tap at the bottom, lift right back up. Inhale, tap the knees. Exhale, lift the knees. Inhale, exhale, and as we're lifting and lowering those knees, that belly is nice and tight. We wanna strengthen those core muscles, isometric hold there. Nice open chest, so we're nice and broad from collar to collar. Good, and my neck is in line with my spine. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We have 2 more here. One more time, rest at the bottom. Good. Give that hip a little pat. And then we're gonna take that top arm back down. We're gonna add some pulses onto it. So lift that top knee away from the bottom knee. Hold it here, keep the feet connected. We're gonna go down halfway and right back up. 8, good. 7, exhale as you lift. 6, we have 4 more repetitions here. Last 3, 2 more, rest if you need to. 1 more time. Good, and release those legs down again. Give your hips a little pat. We're gonna turn onto our backs. Take that leg that we just worked, that left leg that was on top, we're gonna cross it over and maybe draw those legs up for that figure 4 stretch. If this is too intense of a stretch for you, you can always keep those feet down. Keep the legs in that figure 4 shape. Either one works. Uncross that leg, and we're gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip myself over, laying down on that left side. And I've got my bottom arm, makeshift pillow here with that bottom arm, top hand in front of the chest. The feet are in line with my hips, knees are touching, and then I'm gonna lift that top knee away from the bottom knee, release it back down. Lift and lower. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Stay nice and broad from collar to collar. Keep that core engaged as we're doing these outer hip movements. We want to create stability in the spine by squeezing that core muscle. We're almost there. Keep breathing, and if you get tired, it's okay to rest. 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1. Good, and rest at the bottom. Give your hip a pat just to work it out. Work out that tightness. Okay, so we're gonna add those pulses. Lift that top knee away from the bottom knee. Keep those feet connected. We're gonna go down halfway, lift right back up. Down and up, down and up. 6 more here, 5 more here. Exhale as you lift. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, release it down. Let's go ahead and turn onto our backs. We're gonna stretch here, so same thing, leg that we just worked, we're gonna cross that ankle over the thigh. You can keep those legs down if you're feeling that stretch enough in that hip, or you can wrap your hands around that opposite leg, hug those legs to chest to deepen that stretch. Full deep breaths here. And release those legs down, uncross. From here, we're gonna go ahead and transition into tabletop position. So I want you to get onto your hands and knees here. We wanna get those hands directly under the shoulders, and we wanna get those knees under the hips. And we wanna hug that belly button to spine. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Lots of space right here in the neck. And then go ahead and look down, straight down at your mat between those thumbs. We're going to do some donkey kicks here. We want strong arms. So I want you to activate the tricep muscle here. What I like to do, I'm gonna turn to the front so you can see, is I like to get this eye, what I call the eye of the elbow. Instead of those eyes facing inward, I like to turn them to face forward, and that activates the tricep. It really helps to open up that space in the neck and the shoulder. So we're gonna get those upper arms nice and strong, that belly strong, and then I'm gonna take that right leg and I'm gonna lift that foot so that it's flat against the ceiling. And from here, we're gonna lift 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that belly tight. 2 more. 1 more, and release it down. Go ahead, don't let that back sag. We wanna keep that back nice and flat. Opposite leg lifts up flat against that ceiling. Flex that ankle, and we're gonna pump up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Widen those knees. Let's take a quick stretch. Child's pose here. Sit back onto those hips. Walk the arms forward. Let that forehead rest on the mat. Breathe. And then let's go ahead and bring it back up into that tabletop position. We're gonna do another variation of glute work. So instead of kicking straight back, we're going to lift that knee out to the side. I think this is called the fire hydrant. So we'll just call it the knee lift, or you can think of it as a fire hydrant. Neck spacious, shoulders down away from the ears, belly strong. 8 repetitions on that right leg, okay? Let's lift it up. 1 and 2 and 3. And I'm not letting that knee rest between, but you can if you need to. 2 more here. 1 more time. Good, and release it down. Okay, this is it. 8 times on the left, and then we're done. We're gonna stretch out. Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 8, and release. Let's go back into the child's pose. Sit it back. Maybe those arms extend. Breathe here. And go ahead and make your way onto your back. So if you wanted to repeat that all the way from those pelvic tilts and those bridges, you can just go ahead and repeat this section, get around 2, a little bit more strength work in, or you can just move on with me onto stretching. And that's where we're headed right now. We're gonna stretch it out. Let's start by taking that right leg up towards the chest. We've got those hands wrapped around that right shin. We're gonna roll that ankle one direction, nice big circles. Roll it the other way. Let's point and flex that foot. We're gonna hold the foot in the flex position, straighten that left leg, hug that leg in. We really wanna open up through the back of that hip. But as we're hugging that leg in, we're gonna draw some circles one direction. Just get a little rotation across the hip. Let's go the other way. And then we're gonna take that leg across the body for that twist. As soon as that leg settles in your twist, that right arm is gonna extend out to the side, nice and broad from collar to collar. Shoulders down away from the ears. Full deep breaths here. Just a 10-second hold. And as we're holding, we're really trying to relax and soften what does not need to be working right now, especially the muscles of the face and the hands. Let's release it back to center. And we're gonna repeat that on the other side. Go ahead and take that left knee up towards the chest. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out. And we're gonna roll that ankle. Big circles one direction, big circles the other direction. Let's point and flex that foot. Good, and let's draw some circles with that hip. Let's go the other way. And then we're gonna take that leg across the body for that twist. Left arm this time extends out to the side. Allow your shoulders to soften down away from the ears. Especially that left shoulder. Really think about that shoulder blade drawing down the back and then towards the midline of the body to really open up that space in the front of the shoulder. And release it back to center. Good, go ahead and bend both knees. We're gonna take that right leg straight up into hamstring stretch, and I'm just holding on to the back of the leg right here. Flex that ankle back, press the bottom of the foot straight up towards the ceiling. 10 seconds. Breathe through it, keep that leg as straight as you can. Yes, your leg is working, I know that. But this is a really good stretch for you. And then we're gonna release and we're gonna switch sides. Same thing, grab the back of the leg. And I want you to work the front of the thigh. So the tighter you squeeze this quadricep, the straighter that leg is gonna get. And I need you to also push that heel up to the ceiling, flex those ankles back. So there's lots of muscles working in this lower leg as we're stretching. 10 more seconds, breathe through it. And release it down. We're gonna repeat it on that right leg, same exact thing. So grab onto the back of the leg. I want you to think about squeezing the front of that thigh. Flex those ankles back. Press the sole of the foot upwards. 10-second hold here. Release that leg down. Switch sides. Left leg comes up to straight. 10-second hold here. And release that leg down. Nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs. We're gonna turn onto our right side, stacking those shoulders and the hips. And then we're gonna bend that top knee for our quad stretch, opening up that space in front of the upper thigh and that hip flexor. Release, and then flip over onto the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. So I want you to turn onto that other side, bend that top knee, quadricep stretch here. Release that leg, and then let's make our way onto our back. We're gonna take those hands onto the shins, widen those knees, shoulder distance apart. Hug the knees up towards the shoulders, flex the ankles back. Stay here, wide knee hug. And we're gonna roll from side to side. So just give yourself a little massage across that low back. Good. Release those legs one at a time back. onto the mat. Straighten those legs. Turn the palms up. Allow your body to soften down. We're going to finish this up with a nice relaxation exercise. And I want you to close the eyes. Take one full deep breath in through the nose. Pause at the top of your inhale. Sip a little bit more air in. Full exhale out. And continue to breathe. Filling your body with air. Breathing into the spaces that you really want to share some attention to. Maybe you want to relax your hips a little bit more, focus your attention there. Maybe you have a lot of tightness going on in the neck or the shoulders today, in your hands. Wherever that may be, breathe into those spaces. And then allow your body to just let go. Get very heavy on the floor. Let the eyelids get heavy as they close over the eyes. Relax the jaw. Allow the bottom jaw, the bottom part of your mouth to relax. Relax the temples and the neck. Relax the shoulders, the upper arms, the lower arms and the hands. Focus on relaxing each finger, one by one. Relax the belly. Relax the low back. Relax the hips, the thighs, the lower legs. Relax the feet and the toes. Take one last full deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bring your arms back to your sides. We're going to bend those knees up towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. And then we're going to roll over onto our right side. Gently press yourselves back up into a seated position. Cross those legs and bring those hands onto the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Let's draw that chin down towards the chest. Lift the chin, lift the gaze. Release it back to center. Let's look over to the right. Look over to the left. Look back to center. Take that right hand onto the mat. Inhale, float that left arm up and over, side body stretch. Exhale, bring that hand back down, switching sides. Inhale, side body stretch. Exhale, float it down, both arms. Inhale, press those palms together. Exhale, float it down. Great work, everybody. Thank you for joining me for our workout today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I will see you next time. Bye.